Okay, I'm Jenny here with the Winner Twins. Introduce yourselves.
I am Brianna Winner.
And I'm Brittany Winner.
And we are the Winner Twins.
Hello.
Hello.
So did you guys rehearse that? Do you have down to a chat and we're the Winner Twins, or is it just sort of twin telepathy?
It's absolutely twin telepathy.
Absolutely.
Because that was very impressive. I'm just going to be completely honest. I'm like, oh, look at that. Very cool. Twin telepathy. Okay, very cool. Okay, and so obviously you guys are twins, in case you couldn't tell by the matching lovely faces. And so not only are they twins, but also they are twin authors, screenwriters, producers. Am I missing anything?
No, I think you're doing good.
Yeah. You're doing good. You got it.
Well, being 19, you guys have been doing this for a while. So when did you guys really get started with this?
We started at 12 years old, actually, starting our first book. And we went national into every Barnes & Noble store in the country at 13, making us America's youngest multiple award-winning authors. So we've been doing this a long time now. We've been working at Comic-Con San Diego for over 6 years. And, we really love what we do. We literally grew up at conventions surrounded by geek culture.
And so what inspired these books? Because it's not every day that you run across these people that are 12 years old and they're like, hey, you know what, let's write a book.
Well, in fourth grade, our learning disabilities came up like dyslexia, dysgraphia, or ADD. And we got bullied, really bad self-confidence. And it was our dad's idea to overcome our dyslexia by Brianna and I using our creative talents and writing a novel. And after 9 months of school and homework and with the speech-to-text program, it came to life.
We were born geeks. Our parents are geeks. We grew up as geeks. There's no escaping.
We're third-generation Trekkies.
We're as geeky as you can get.
We were just hanging with Sylvester McCoy, and it was pretty great. That was pretty great.
Well, that's Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
That's Doctor
But that's
Who.
still geeky. I mean, really, we're all. My grandparents love Doctor Who. I mean, we all love so many different types of.
He just came up to the booth, so we're like, oh my gosh, he's so cool. Yeah. We just had to say it.
Yes, we had to say it.
Okay, so what inspired these books? Did this thought just come to you guys in the middle of the night, or were struck with inspiration, or did you look at a word one day and you're like, oh, or what happened? What inspired you guys to write these books, which are very cool, by the way?
Thank
you so much.
I'll take the first part of the question if
Go
you don't
for
mind. We are really inspired by comic books and science fiction. And we're also inspired by the pacing and feel of these kind of sci-fi superhero movies. And we wanted to combine the superhero and sci-fi genres in a way that hadn't been done before, in a way where it was a lot of hard sci-fi, a lot of real technology, but also with a dark, reluctant superhero-type character similar to Batman. And we wanted it to be in the form of a novel, not a graphic novel, not a script, because we'd never seen it done before. And we thought there was, an opening in the market, and something original and something fun and fresh. We also, within our book, have a comic book in front, and every few pages have some really great artwork. We're very passionate about it. So we get a lot of people that like graphic novels and comic books get really attracted to our books because of this.
And so where did the storyline come from? Did these characters, how'd you dream these up?
Well, we wanted to create a hero that was similar to Batman in the way that he was reluctant, used only technology, and we also wanted to create, one of the main parts of the story is our father was the one that really inspired us to write our novel. So it's very much a father-daughter story, but in this world, it's his niece. So it's a really cool relationship between them, and she's a really great female hero, a female superhero. She really comes into her own as the story progresses, which I really like.
Yeah, me too.
We also have twin characters that are kind of inspired by us. They're more the comic relief.
They're just comic relief.
But we love them. Trib and Rose. Rose is my middle name. Britt is her nickname, and that's kind of dyslexified.
Everyone calls me Britt.
So it's Trib and Rose. And I think the characters, a lot of them were inspired by our real life. I think the main characters were inspired a lot by our dad, because our dad's in tech.
Yeah.
And very, very smart. And we always make fun of him, saying that, he's you're almost a cyborg. And we're like, you're almost connected to your computer machines. And in our book, our hero is literally connected to the machine because he literally rewires his brain.
Okay, and just for anyone who hasn't read the books or anything like that, just can you give us a quick, just sort of summary of what the books are about, just in a very condensed?
Yeah, our books are about a scientist superhero with no powers, only technology, that has to warn the world about rapidly evolving predatory creatures. That is the very mini summary.
She got it.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay. And this is very mature stuff. This is not usual kind of 12-year-old stuff. This is pretty extraordinary.
We were unusual.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And so do you guys have any other interests besides writing and doing things like that?
She's incredible artist. and she'll never talk about it, so I'm talking about it instead. You're welcome. And of course, she'll harass me about this later, which is exactly why I'm doing it in the middle of the interview, because it will embarrass her. Because she's an incredible photographer. She does incredible surrealist art and abstract art, and she's brilliant. And I want her to start getting her work out there. And that's one of her hobbies. And I've actually been singing and songwriting for longer than I'm writing science fiction. So I was considering doing that professionally, but I chose to be a sci-fi writer instead.
And we are also certified cake decorators.
You know, it's
just one of those things.
It's one of those things. Life is weird.
It's one of those things. What do you also do?
Oh, you know, cake decorating. Yeah.
And how has this affected you, like, in school? Like whenever an English teacher would come up to you and be like, okay, write a story, and you're like, we already did. It's published.
We actually ended up leaving school right after 5th grade because we went national and had to tour. We had a decision. Could we help other kids overcome their learning disabilities and get the word out there, or stay in school and work on it, not even part-time? And we realized that we got taken out and went on independent study. But when we were in school, it was definitely interesting. It was not like a double life. Because during the day, we're winning all these awards, we're flying across the union.
Well, that's
like Literary Hannah Montana.
Well,
it was. At the very beginning, it was Literary Hannah Montana. Remember that?
In school, we were bullied. And then we got out of school.
They're geniuses!
And we're like, what?
It doesn't make sense. Is messed up. Which one are we?
Which one are we? Are we the writers?
Are we the kids in the back of the classroom?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So hopefully what we've been able to do has been able to help other people and other kids, kids that we inspired, really meant everything to us.
Yeah, we also expanded now to convention attendees. We teach our writing method, and really we're able to follow our dreams. And we now work Comic-Con San Diego for the last 6 years. We work over 50 conventions so far, so we really got to be part of geek culture in a way that we haven't been able to before.
Yeah, it's a beautiful and a very accepting culture. And I gotta tell you, it has some of the best content. I mean, science fiction, it's just a pleasure to be a part of.
And some of the best people. It's really accepting. There's a few weirdos, and though unfortunately weirdos are loud. So a lot of people say, oh, this and that. But really, overall, 99% of the people here at this convention are spectacular.
And so since you guys have grown up in these conventions, like you guys said, you guys got to have some really interesting stories here. So what would you say is probably the most bizarre experience you've ever had at one of these conventions?
Okay, we encounter every weirdo on the planet.
We will choose to share our G-rated story
because we have every single person on the planet walk up to us, which means we just the one thing I want to get out there is be nice and be considerate. A lot of people are not
There's
considerate.
Something special about the Deadpools.
What's up with the Deadpools?
Really, I mean, we've had a Deadpool at every convention, and each one's unique. The one at this convention was wearing a panda hat and decided to pose for his pictures like this. And then there's another Deadpool at another convention that walked up and went, "Hey ladies, how you doing?"
And then his girlfriend walked up
and went, "That's not cool." She was pink, a pink Deadpool. And then there's another Deadpool that decided to put a camera on its head and run around in roller skates. And got kicked out of 3 conventions.
Did he get kicked out of 3 conventions?
We don't know what he did, but it was bad.
We don't know where that Deadpool has gone. It could be a black hole where somewhere all the Deadpools go.
Roller skating Deadpool, if you're watching this, they miss you.
We don't miss you.
We don't miss you. We
it's
just
cool.
acknowledge
They miss you terribly.
We don't miss you.
We don't miss you.
And I think my favorite one, so there was a man at one of the conventions, very tall, who made a very small toga out of this, like, Spider-Man fabric. Mm-hmm. And he had it was very interesting because we had to talk to him very seriously.
But he is actually one of our coolest fans.
And we love him.
And we absolutely love him. So if you're watching, we love you.
But I gotta tell you, the toga was very special.
It was a toga. It was a special toga.
But once again, not as much as the Deadpool with the roller skates.
No, you were cool, Deadpool. We're cool. You can walk by. It's okay.
Okay, so there's obviously a lot of exciting things happening. Just from this like poster alone, like a lot of things have already happened with you guys. Like definitely more than like most 19-year-olds. I'm a good interviewer. Yeah, like I'm sitting here and like you guys are like in the same age range as me, and I'm like, what have I done? Hey. Last night I watched Orange Is the New Black.
Hey, but that's a great show.
Don't worry.
We started really young. We've taken a very unusual path, but that doesn't mean it's the right path for everyone. Everyone has their own path. We didn't mind working full-time at 13. That's really rare. I mean, there's other people I met, like people that are in the Olympics and stuff like that want it, but it's rare. I recommend doing what feels right to you. There's no right or wrong time to become a writer, to follow your dreams. It's just a time that feels right.
And so is there anything else like exceptionally exciting happening for you guys?
Well, we just announced our first movie, which we were writing and producing. And our producing partner and the star is Rampage Jackson. It's called Progenitors. It'll be filming at the end of the year. So,
woo!
That's literally all we can say, but it's very exciting.
Yay!
Very, very exciting. And so you guys are like, so you guys have like a bunch of like notches in your belt, jacks of all trades, or like Jills of all trade in this case, because you guys are girls. And so besides that, is there any like stereotypical teenage girl things that you guys still experience?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yes. I got into a what was it? It was an argument over X-Men in a cafe because he had an X-Men shirt. I said, I love your shirt. You don't even know what that is. I'm like, yes, I do.
Oh, are you insulting my geek cred, man? No. That never happened.
Normal teenage girl things.
Normal teenage girl things. Normal's a big word.
We don't really fit in that.
Normal. The thing is, the problem is
we like to go shopping.
We do. We love fashion, and the funny thing is that particularly couture is perfect for sci-fi inspiration. So we love fashion and we look to it, which I think a lot of male sci-fi writers don't necessarily. They're like, oh, I won't look at that. No way. I'm because But to us, we're open. We can see, this is great. We could go and see all these types of, like this, for instance, this costume. We're open to all the different types of fashion, historical fashion, and weaving that into our work.
Yeah. So we go out and we shop and buy very particular pieces together,
and that affects our cosplay.
Yeah. And then of course, typical teenage girls, we spend hours on our hair each morning.
You have no idea.
The kind of work that goes into this.
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea, because our hair...
And we get our nails done.
Our nails. Glittery nails. Yes, glitter. Besides that...
But we're abnormal in every other way.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But I think normal is a word I don't like. I don't really know. And then again, I don't know normal. We're normal.
In our world.
In our world. Okay, we can go on for this for hours, but I think we'll stop now.
Okay, so you guys briefly touched on your costumes, and you guys, like, obviously those are very cool costumes. Like, you got the corset going on, you got the pants going on. I'm just gonna ask, like, just out of pure curiosity, how comfortable are these?
Actually, they're very comfortable.
You'd be surprised. It's the most comfortable corset ever. Octaviana Corsetry made it for us. She's incredibly talented. We're like, well, I want to do a corset, but I want it to be comfortable, and I want it to look awesome. And Suzanne and I, the artist from Octaviana, designed this, and it's cyberpunk meets neo-Victorian. So we have the cyberpunk elements,
and this is Optimistical Studios, and they're both at both of these great companies are at every convention, and they're cool. They're small companies. They're great. They're
really brilliant artists.
Yeah.
So it was really exciting. We got the inspiration for, like, this would be like cyberpunk.
And the funny thing is, Britt, if you want to know the difference between us, Britt loves cyberpunk. I love the Victorian and neo-Victorian, and together we created this costume.
Beautiful collaboration. Okay, so what's next for the Winter Twins?
Well...
Presidency, Congress, world domination?
Well, we're thinking more world domination, so forget the Congress and the presidency and just go to owning everything.
Actually, I just said we're working on the movie right now, so we've been writing it a lot, I've been producing, I've been taking meetings a lot, and then our next book, which will be coming out later this year, our preview will be coming out at
San Diego,
there we go, San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay, well, thank you so much to the Winter Twins again for sitting down with me. This has been amazing. So, like, good interview?
Awesome interview.
We love you guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much again, and thank you for watching. This is Jenny from Nerdcore Unlimited signing off.